A crucial moment in global trade is upon us as President Trump prepares to meet with China's President Xi Jinping on Thursday. This meeting, amidst a prolonged trade war, could shape the future of economic relations between the world's two largest economies. President Trump, while in South Korea, expressed optimism about reaching a deal, stating, "I think we're going to have a deal. It will be a good deal for both countries." He believes the world is watching and anticipates an exciting outcome. The trade war has been a complex and tense affair, with the U.S. pushing for China to relax its export restrictions on rare earth elements, vital for numerous industries. The U.S. has threatened 100% tariffs on Chinese goods, a move that could significantly impact global trade. But here's where it gets controversial. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent suggested that these additional tariffs are effectively off the table after meetings with Chinese negotiators. This could indicate a potential breakthrough, but it also raises questions about the U.S.'s negotiating strategy. The trade war has had real-world consequences, with China halting purchases of U.S. soybeans, causing difficulties for American farmers. However, there's hope that this boycott may soon end. Additionally, President Trump requires China's approval for a deal regarding TikTok's U.S. operations, adding another layer of complexity. President Trump has predicted an agreement by the end of his trip, citing his respect for President Xi. Nicholas Burns, a former U.S. ambassador to China, emphasizes the importance of this meeting, describing it as a test of wills between the two economic giants. The stakes are high, as China is seen as the U.S. most significant competitor and adversary on a global scale. This meeting could set the tone for future relations and have far-reaching implications. During his speech at the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation (APEC) Summit, President Trump highlighted his other trade deals in Asia, emphasizing partnerships in key industries. He framed these negotiations as an extension of U.S. defense alliances, linking economic security to national security. APEC, a regional economic group, promotes free trade, despite President Trump's push for higher tariffs on many member countries. This strategy, while aimed at rebalancing trade, has critics concerned about potential inflation and slower economic growth. President Trump is also seeking a trade agreement with South Korea, a significant trading partner. He announced a framework deal over the summer involving tariffs on South Korean goods and South Korea's investment in U.S. industry. In his APEC speech, President Trump described South Korea as a cherished friend and close ally, expressing interest in collaborating on U.S. shipbuilding investments. Additionally, President Trump signed a trade deal with Japan's new Prime Minister, Sanae Takaichi, cementing 15% tariffs on Japanese goods, lower than initially threatened. Japan has pledged substantial investments in the U.S. economy. President Trump is also expected to meet with NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang as the company partners with the Department of Energy to build an AI supercomputer and seeks greater access to China's market. And in a potential diplomatic breakthrough, President Trump has expressed openness to meeting with North Korean leader Kim Jong Un during his trip. Such a meeting would be a significant development, especially considering President Trump's historic visit to North Korea during his first term, which was initiated through a social media invitation to Kim. This meeting with President Xi is a pivotal moment, and its outcome could define the economic landscape for years to come. Will it lead to a resolution or further tensions? The world awaits with bated breath.